that she is alive. We get a fit, that's a drip. She in my wrist, that's a freezer.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Miami Dolphins taking on the NFC champions. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis, beyond thrilled to be bringing you the Super Bowl. All the pomp, all the circumstance, all the pageantry. It doesn't get any better than this, Parker.
I'm loving sharing this booth with you, sharing this moment, this type of a game. For all the teachers who said we'd never make it, we're here.
And we talk these last couple weeks about the build-up, the anticipation. I think these guys are just ready to get out there and get this thing started.
And I know that both coaching staffs have spent considerable time trying to figure out how to best bring their team up to a peak without taking them over the edge and causing a lot of issues early in the game.
And you don't think much of a pregame speech is needed for this one?
I think the pregame speeches were the shortest all year. If they didn't just say, let's go get them, guys, they probably talked too much.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Throwing Jones. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And you know, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who have been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team the best chance to win.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Jones. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 30. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 30-yard line. Looking to throw. Jones. Going right side, he finds Slayton. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
Back to throw again. And that is incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When those extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
They'll They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down here. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He completes it to Boyd. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Touchdown! A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Armadillos are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. Touchdown here to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
20 TX.
The drive starts with a run from Achane. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. Tua sets up to pass it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Kayvon Thibodeaux with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken at the 46. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. after one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Jones. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. Got his man. It's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Tua now on 1st down. His throw incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
Now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Cooper, the man in motion left. Looking to pass. Tua. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. Anthony Schwartz, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are on the board here in this Super Bowl.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. On 1st down, back to Achane. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane from 17 yards out. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half, as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
3rd and 9 here. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick-6 here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there, because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try. Oh, Jones has just thrown his third interception. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. What a moment for him, a pick six in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick sixes over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately, I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick six, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison to the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended. That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall them all, and what a play here. Another pick six in the Super Bowl. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a 3-score depth, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Simmons. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
After the turnover, it's Tua. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And now they're in the hurry-up. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. He'll dump this off to Achane. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
44, ready. 21G, 21G. Roll.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And caught by Cooper for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Shift, Mac. Outside.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
2nd and 6.
Solo left Zion.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark him down at the 9. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Dolphins are going to get a fresh set of downs. The partner is still in the 3rd quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Dolphins are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And somewhat surprisingly, a fair catch called for on the short kick, so no return. And they'll begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Jones. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Ladybug. Detroit.
Throwing Jones. Touchdown! A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Armadillos are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Gano the extra point, and that will cut this lead down to 25.
Dolphins 42, Armadillos 17.
I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to and it's a fumble. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Now he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
They'll run. Achane. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Play action. Now it's Tua. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Brian Burns. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
20, TX. Hey, 21, TX.
Now Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So tack on 3 more, though this, it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner, but at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Dom Capers, Dom Capers, Dom Capers, Detroit Johnson, Detroit Johnson.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Up we go.
Now Jones. Throwing the out route, finding Boyd for the completion.
Hustler.
Almost time for the final act of this NFL season. And there's just 1 quarter that remains in this edition of the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Great. Triple right Pacino. Cockroach. Up we go.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Timberland. Great. Ladybug. Out we go.
To throw again on second down. Jones. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 22-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here.
South salad, south salad, south salad, south salad.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now they'll send Boyd in motion left.
Bama, Bama, Bama. Apple, 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 apple. Apple, go.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
Here's Achane to start the drive. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 62 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Eddie Jackson with a tackle. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
2nd and 10. Here's Tua. Throw caught by Achane. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
21G.
Tagovailoa are going to try and throw on 3rd down. Completes it right side to Cooper. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
Half jumbo, half jumbo. Hey, alert. Up, go.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Why shift the cruise? Dom Capers. Up, go.
From the 24, Jones. Yeah, that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down.
Great. Triple right, Pacino. Up, go.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out, and the Dolphins defense is able to hold. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. Got his man. It's Williams. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big fourth-quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. In motion left, that's Cooper.
20, TX. Hey, 21, TX.
2 now on 1st down. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go, hey.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi Trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Hands it off out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Jones eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Cockroach, cockroach, cockroach. Timberland, 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 Timberland.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That is caught. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take over here up near the 40.
Intercepted. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. And the offense moving quickly to the line. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. It's Deonte Banks with it. And right now, it's clearly the defenses that are stealing the spotlight in the biggest stage of sports. That's only the 4th time ever, Charles, that we have seen teams trade interceptions on back-to-back drives in Super Bowl history.
Something so rare, yet special that we're watching, because typically the teams we see playing here on Super Bowl Sunday, they're the ones that know how to limit turnovers. Just goes to show how talented both of these defenses are, that they're still coming through and forcing miscues with a Lombardi trophy on the line.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw again. This is down the field for Bellinger. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Well, they came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the 4th.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early, but give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
Right. 21G, 21G. Whoa. All right, let's go.
On first down, Tagovailoa. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. Of course, the game can't end with a defensive penalty, so they'll get one more crack.
So now you get an untimed play, which should be the last one, unless it happens again and there's another defensive penalty.
Hey, get set.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Achane is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
One of the fun parts about working with you is that we've learned that there are different ways to do things than the way we were brought up to do them. This is Madden. Of course they were going to go ahead and get another score. What do you mean take a knee?
And that just makes the final margin even excited. I think they earned themselves a cold drink from the fridge, right?
There's no
Maybe
doubt
some
about
pretzels, too, some hummus. Go crazy.
See, we've learned.
Go crazy.
We have learned the Madden way of doing things.
Fix my cheek real quick. What you mean you don't know how I'm stepping? What you mean you don't know what I'm repping? I'm good in my hood like they call me the blessing. You jacking my side, you gotta come and check in. After where get hectic, don't make me slide up on you, no electric. You hit 'em like it's Tetris. You